Good morning, Gr.5. How are you today? Today I'm going to tell you some question, okay, like the question of our exam, family and friends first term exam. I'd like to understand our session today, okay? Let's elicit our question. This is a review about family and friends first term. Yes, our first question in our exam, family and friends, listen and write. Question number one, listen and write, okay? I'm going to tell you the sentences and you listen the missing words. You write the missing words. Such as number one, Dad keeps his tools in a box. What is the missing word here? Again, Dad keeps his space in a box. Dad keeps his tools in a box. Dad keeps his tools in a box. The missing word here, you write tools here. Okay? Number two, you listen to the sentences and you write the missing word. Who was your favorite character in the play? Who was your favorite character in the play? Okay? The missing word here is character. You must write character. You listen to this listening from your teacher and you write the word. You can use a space to sweep the floor. You can use a broom to sweep the floor. Again, you can use a broom to sweep the floor. The missing word here, you must write it broom, a broom. Okay? The second question in our exam is the dialogue. Okay? At first, you must read all the dialogue. You must read all the dialogue, then begin to answer. Amr and Ali. This dialogue between two friends, Amr and Ali. Number one, space question. My favorite subject is English. Space question. Yes, I like playing tennis. How often do you play tennis? Space. Where do you play it? Where do you play it? Okay, let's begin from number one. Amr. My favorite subject is English. Here, we must write here a question. My favorite subject is English. Subject. Ask about your favorite subject. Okay? I write here the question. What is your favorite subject? What is your favorite subject? Okay? Here. Space question. Ali, yes, I like playing tennis. Yes, I like playing tennis. The answer here begin with yes or no. Here begin with yes. Okay. We must put question here. Do you like playing tennis? Do you like playing tennis? Yes, I like playing tennis. How often do you play tennis? How often? How often do you play tennis? If I play tennis I say once a week, or twice a week, or three times or four times a week. Okay, you understand this? How often? كم عدد المرات? How often? If I wanted to say one, I say once a week, or twice a week. If I wanted to say three or four or five, I say three times, four times, five times. Okay? Where do you play it? Where? The question here begin with where. Where do you play it? Okay, the right must include the place. Okay, where do you play it? Where do you play the tennis? I play tennis at the club, in the park, at the garden. Okay, at the club, right? At the club. Number three, choose the correct answer. Actors need to learn the space, makeup, script, stage before they can be in a play. Okay, actors need to learn the script before they can be in a play. Okay, the definition of the word script, this is the written words that actors read before they act the play. Actors need to learn the script, this word, the script. You can use a space, roller, rope, hammer to paint. You can use a roller to paint. You can use a roller to paint. Number three, Hiba has been in this school space since for never 2007. Hiba has been in this school since because there is date here 2007. We must put since we have we have space already yet before seeing this film. Okay, the tense here is present perfect. Present perfect has or have plus bb. Okay, we have already seen this film. We have already seen this film. Number five, we used a backspace, sack, broom, sponge to wash the car. We used a big sponge to wash the car. Number six, he used to space do doing did his homework in time. He used to do his homework in time. Number seven, cars and motorbikes make air pollution. Here is the noun, air pollution. Okay, number eight, I was sleeping when the doorbell rang. Okay, I was sleeping. I was sleeping when the doorbell rang. Rewrite the following sentences. I have never seen a snake. I have never seen a snake. Use ever. Okay. At first, I look at the sentence here. What is the tense here? The tense here is present perfect. The tense here is present perfect. I have never seen a snake. Use ever. We use ever in question. Okay, we must write here a question and we put ever. Okay, question in present perfect. Have you ever seen a snake? The answer, have you ever seen a snake? And put the question mark. Have you ever seen a snake? And at the end, we put question mark. Okay? Number two, we have lived in this house for 5 years. We have lived in this house for 5 years. Both since. Okay, since here present perfect. Present perfect have or has plus bb, past participle. We have lived, and the tense here present perfect also. We have lived in this house for 5 years. The answer, we have lived in this house since 2015. Here for 5 years. For 5 years. And we are in 2020. احنا في 2020. اوكي؟ هعمل عملية طرح صغيرة جدا. 2020 من 5 سنين. اوكي؟ يبقى we have lived in this house since 2015. 2015. Okay? Jim ate his dinner last night. Jim ate his dinner last night. But didn't here, didn't past simple. We put the negative here, the negative of past simple. Jim ate his dinner last night, and the sentence here past simple. Okay, we put this sentence in negative. Jim didn't eat. Jim John didn't eat his dinner last night. Again, John didn't his dinner last night. My bag is big and your bag is big too. We use as, adjective as, is. This is a comparative. The answer, my bag is as big as your bag. Again, my bag is as big as your bag. Okay? Okay, here, number one. Rewrite also. I have stayed in London since 2018. I have stayed in London since 2018. We put four. We put four in this. Okay, for present perfect. We must put in present perfect have or has plus pp past participle. And we look at this sentence in present perfect also. And here since, and we put use for. I have stayed I have stayed I have stayed in London for 2 years. Okay, هنا 2018 from to 2020 برضك هطرح 2020 from 2018 2 years 2 years. I have stayed in London for 2 years. Okay, again, I have stayed in London for 2 years since. Okay, she has studied English for 5 years. She has studied English for 5 years. But since also she has studied English since 2015. Okay, نفس اللي فاتت. هنا كان في for. I bought for 2 years, here since, and for 5 years. Here's the answer. She has studied English since 2015. Okay, هشيل 5 سنين من 2020. She has studied English since 2015. Ahmed has lived in this house since 2016. Okay, Ahmed has lived in this house for 4 years. For 4 years. Okay, for 4 years. Ahmed has lived in this house for 4 years. I have made all question. I have made all question. You just present perfect tense. Just present perfect have or has plus past participle. I have just I put just here between have and have, between have and me. Okay, we put just between have and me, between have and the past participle, between have and the past participle here. Again, I have just made all questions. I have just made all questions. Okay. Number 5. Samah doesn't play football. Okay? Samah doesn't play football. Never. Okay? She or Samah has never played football. Negative in present perfect. Okay? Never. Negative. Okay? Samah hasn't never played football. Again, Samah hasn't never played football. We put has and the past participle from played. Samah hasn't never played football. Number 6. Rami went to the cinema yesterday. Rami went to the cinema yesterday. We both didn't. Rami didn't go to the cinema yesterday. Okay, the negative from the past simple. Rami didn't go to the cinema yesterday. Rami is taller than Ahmad. Rami is taller, the comparative. Okay, Rami is taller than Ahmad. Shorter. Rami is taller. Rami is taller. Okay, the answer, Ahmad is shorter than Rami. Ahmad is shorter than Rami. Okay, read the following passage and answer the question. Mrs. Johnson was an old lady. Okay, this is the passage. In our family and friends exam, question number 5 is also a passage, okay? Let's read this passage and answer this question. Mrs. Johnson was an old lady. She lived in her small house alone. Her son David lived with his wife and two daughters on another street, far away from his mother's. One night, Mr. Mrs. Johnson had her dinner, watched TV, and went to bed. She heard a noise. She knew there was a thief in the cupboard. Quickly, she nailed the door up and went to sleep. She found her son early in the morning. She asked him to come and get the police who caught the thief. The thief, sorry. Okay? And get the police who caught the thief. Answer the following question. Number one. What did what did Mrs. What did Mrs. Johnson ask her son to do? Okay, read the question carefully and then look at the passage and find the answer. Okay? She found her son early in the morning. She asked him to come and get the police. Okay, the answer here. She asked him to come and get the police who caught the thief. Where did Mrs. Johnson live? Okay, she lived in her small house alone. She lived in her small house alone. Choose the correct answer. The thief stayed all night in the cupboard. The police came. The police came in the morning. The police came early in the morning. The reader, the story, complete the following. In our exam also the question is complete only. Complete. Okay. Marion Marion lost her Marion lost her memory. Maisie is a parrot. Number one. Marion lost her memory. Maisie is a parrot. Maisie is a parrot. Alec wears a face mask. Sydney is a scientist. Again, Marion lost her memory. Maisie is a parrot. Maisie is a parrot. Alec wears a face mask. Sydney is a scientist. Sydney is a scientist. Okay? Or is Marion the son? Or is Marion the son? The paragraph. I'm going to explain the paragraph at the end of this session. Okay? Choose. You can use space to pull things or tie things. You okay. You can use space to pull things or tie things together. Rope, hammer, nail. Okay. You can use a rope to tie or pull things together. Rope. You can use rope to pull things or to tie things. Number two. A space is a small sharp piece of metal. A space is a small sharp piece of metal. Nail, okay? A nail is a small sharp piece of metal. Number three, we have never apply. We have never written, writing. Here, present perfect. I want to put the past participle of write here, written. We have never written, apply. Present perfect. We have lived in this house 5 years. 5 years. For 5 years. For 5 years. Lisa has been at this school 2005. Since, because there is date here, I put since. Okay. Present perfect also since. Lisa has been at this school since 2005. Who was your favorite space in the play? Who was your favorite character in the play? Who was your favorite character in the play. I have space built the set. I have space built the set. Here have present perfect and here built past participle of the verb. I have already built the set. I have already built the set. Number 8. I can use the space to sweep the floor. Okay, I can use the broom to sweep the floor. I can use the broom to sweep the floor. Let's space our room. Let's decorate, decoration, decorated. Let's decorate the verb. This is the noun. Okay, let's decorate. Let's decorate our room. Let's decorate our room. Read the following dialogue and complete the missing parts. This is other question. Dialogue also. Yes. Number 1. At first, we must read all the dialogue. Ahmad, what's your favorite subject? Yusuf, space, Ahmad. Mr. Muhammad, Ahmad, space, question. Yusuf, yes, I love him very much. Okay? The dialogue between Ahmad and Yusuf, they are friends. They are talking about their favorite teacher. Okay? What's your favorite subject? What's your favorite subject? My favorite subject. Any subject. Okay, my favorite subject is English, right? My favorite subject is English. Okay, Ahmed, ask a question here. Yusuf, Mr. Muhammad. Okay, Mr. Muhammad. Okay, what is the question here? The question here must begin with who because there is a person here. Okay, we must begin the question with who. Who is your English teacher? Again, who is your English teacher? Who is your English teacher? Ahmed, yes, I love him very much. Okay, yes. Do you love your teacher? Yes, I love him very much. Again, do you love your teacher? Yes, I love him very much. Okay, another dialogue. A and M, Ahmed and Muhammad. I went to the beach. Question. Question here. I ate fish and rice. What did you do there? What did you see there? Okay. Number 1. I went to the beach. At first, I look at this answer. I went. What is the tense here? The tense here is the past here. Okay. Here in the sentence in the past simple. Okay. We must write a question also in past simple. I went to the beach. The beach here place. Okay, we must begin the question with where, because there is a place here. Okay, where did you go? Where did you go? Again, where did you go? I went to the beach. I went to the beach. Ahmad, I ate fish and rice. I ate fish and rice. Okay, and here in past simple also, what did you eat? What did you eat? And after did you put eat infinitive. What did you eat? Again, what did you eat? I ate fish and rice. What did you do there? I swam in the sea. Okay, I swam in the sea. I built a sand castle on the beach. What did you see there? What did you see there? Like, right, what do you want? I saw chips. I saw people at the beach. Anything, okay? The paragraphs. Your favorite sport. Write a paragraph about a visit to the beach or your favorite sport, a visit to the zoo. You can write a paragraph of 5 sentences on a visit to Alex. 6 or 5 sentences on a visit to Alex. At first, I should write all the paragraph in one tense. زمن واحد. If I begin with the past simple, I write all the paragraph in past simple or present continuous or the present simple. Okay? I visit to Alex. I visit to Alex. Number one. Yesterday I went to Alex. Yesterday I went to Alex. I went to Alex with my friends, or I went to Alex with my family. We went by car. We saw the library of Alexandria. We went to the beach. Okay, any sentences about Alex, a visit to Alex. And here, all these paragraphs, a visit to the beach, like a visit to Alex. Okay, I went to the beach. I went with my friends. I went by car. I ate fish and rice on the beach. I played football with my friends. Your favorite sport. Your favorite sport. Okay, select any sport. Do you like it? Select any sport. Okay, and write 6 sentences about your sport. Examples, my sport is playing football. My favorite sport is playing football. I play football with my friends. I play football on Friday. I play football at the club, or I play football in the garden. Okay, any sentences about your favorite sport. Okay, finally, I'd like from everyone to understand this review. Okay, thank you and goodbye.